Good afternoon or morning, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, can you hear me? Well, okay, I'll start us off then. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for the 18th and final match at the Kiev International School CISA High School Boys Basketball Competition of 2019. Just a bit of a recap of what happened today. We had the three last games to start, and then we had the fifth place game between the JV Kozak team and Budapest Blazers, where the Blazers gained the title. And then the third place game, which just finished for those of you who were watching and were with us through the emotional times, through thick and thin, where the Kozaks lost in a dramatic defeat against the Lithuanian Iron Wolves, a new school to this competition. And now we have the final match, and we have the music setting the tone here. And here's Malek Banat with me, of course. You got your favorite commentators here to commentate the finals between the Bucharest Vampires and the Warsaw Warriors. For those of you who were here, we watched the same teams compete at the start of the game, the very first match, and they're here shaking hands with familiar faces. And what can you tell me straight off the bat? Do you see what I see?
I see what you see. I see two starting lineups, arguably the best rosters of this CISA tournament, two clashing off against two titans. Say to two guys that have went undefeated throughout this whole tournament, apart from that last fluke game. And Maxwell, I also see well-rested guys.
Yeah, that's what I was spotting. I see Andre Orion and number 7 on the court finally
So
making
Ben
their debut
Grabovic
today.
from the left corner to start off the finals of the KSSL High School Football Boys. Basketball Boys tournament.
Yeah, and let's see who can Warsaw
Vlad,
get the
D3,
first blood in the
all the way
tournament.
from Alcatraz, and my boy Vlad is starting off where he left off.
Number 10 looking confident here. And we
Number
have
10
Bucharest
drives,
zone number
kicks out
10.
to 23. And Maxwell, number 23 from the Bucharest side, isn't their top scorer, nowhere near, doesn't equal, no, his numbers are nowhere near equal to Andre Orion, so might he be their secret weapon, the X factor of this finals. And it's an and one opportunity.
Wow, a strong start for the Warriors. 3-0 already at 52 seconds past.
With an opportunity
5-0,
to improve
my
to
bad.
4. Oh, to 6-0.
To 6, yeah.
6-0 run.
Ben on the
Maxwell.
ball. And he makes it 6-0. You can feel the pressure on the Bucharest team.
This is when the show starts. Andre Orion with the ball on the west side. Pulls up for 3. No good. Rattles in now. 23 with the board. Vicious putback. Relentless opportunity on the boards, and it pays off. 2 free throws for number 23.
It really is interesting how the Warriors don't, like you've exposed through the interview with Vlad as he came into the Moody booth, that they don't have their whole team here. And actually, it's just some of their players, yet they've managed to have the only clean record in the tournament of 5-0.
Maxwell, it's number 23. He's truly the dark horse. The Vampires have been hiding the bad that never came out of the cave until now. And we have Andre Orion, definitely the best player of this tournament. World-class player.
No doubt about it.
Surprised, honestly, to see him make this distinguished appearance at the Kozak, at the Svetoshina Arena as Dran drives. However, we have to remember it's a team sport, and that is exactly why the Warsaw Warriors are in front, 6-2.
Finally, the Vamps have some points.
And
Andre
Maxwell,
Orion on the ball.
I don't know, but to me it seems like Warsaw Warriors are far from fatigued. At least it doesn't show up till now.
Oh, yeah,
Andre Orion in the corner for 3. It's good.
Definitely not now, Malik, but I'll tell you later in the game, you might start to see it. And I think that might be the factor, because Warsaw Warriors, you can only keep up the attitude for so long. And this Bucharest team really is strong, and actually it's new because the first time they went against them earlier today, it was the bench players. And so
bullies his way inside the
they'll
paint.
feel some more pressure now than they did at 9 a.m.
All right, definitely. The Bucharest
Andre
Vampires
Orion
are looking at some easily. However,
passes
look
right
at
into
the
the hands
Warsaw
of
Warriors.
number
Number
25.
25, a big man who can run the floor. Great jump
Nice
stop by
toilet
Ben,
bowl there.
and it's good. Ben so far making a statement early. My former host making me proud out here, making me cry in the Moody booth. And number
Seven's
7,
fouled
Theo.
here.
Theo's fouled on the drive. It will be side out.
And we have a quick substitution. 25 coming out, the Fowler, 20, and number 5 coming in to take the ball from the sideline. But he misses it, and Andre Orion snatches it.
With an in and out move, gets it. Room service delivery to Theo, number 7. And that's exactly what we've seen in the game against the Cossacks. Andre Orion, the playmaker, the opportunity maker for the Bucharest Vampires. And Tariq hits a swish cash jump shot.
Malik, that's what I like about the Bucharest team, really, is that Andre Orion.
Beautiful cross.
Andre Orion acts as a sort of team leader for his team members, serving them the dishes, right? Whereas the Iron Wolves, who we just watched, seem to have a solar system
strong
approach
drive
where
into the room.
the rest of the team likes to dish the,
Andre
the
Orion
ball
on
to
the
number
ball,
21.
looking, puts it up, floats it up, and it's good.
It's all about the strategizing here.
And it's a
Vampires
1
catching
point
up
game.
to the Warriors. It's 12-11.
And it's Vlad on the ball, swings. Number 13, surprised to be left wide open, fools the Vampire defense.
Some
The Bats
contesting
are
over the ball
blinded
there.
by that offensive move, and it's Vlad right now on the cross, looking to create. 13, drives inside, fakes his way in, and rolls it, scoops it up and in.
Wow, that's a strong drive there, number 13.
Yes.
Very
And
key player on the Warriors
This is a
side.
common tendency for the Gabrovich brothers. Those strong, manly drives. Number 14, number 13, very similar in their play styles. Love the bully knuckleball down low. And here we see Andre Orion with a cross move on himself. Surprised he didn't get a call on that one. And now it's the
14
Warsaw
at
Warriors.
the perimeter, moving in closer into the box with an underhand pass.
Number
It gets
20.
taken away by the Vampires, but a foul is called. 2 shots
And Maxwell.
was
At
called
the-
off.
At the magnitude and intensity of such a game, the last game of this tournament, the finals, do you think we're going to see a lot of substitutions, and how soon if we would?
Well, so far we've only seen one, which is, I guess that was to be expected. I think closer to the end, yes, we will see some more as the lead is swapped from Vampires to Warriors, as we'll see the coaches battling out from strategies, playing more of a tactics game.
I think every team has that sleep tomorrow mentality. And
Yeah.
here we see a beautiful, beautiful lay-in. And the Warsaw Warriors looking determined to respond as quickly as possible. They have
Vampire.
strength in numbers. Attempts to get fouled.
Number 8's
Goes all the way up against 3 bats. 3 bats hanging upside down. Enough to disrupt that.
And yes, we do have a substitution, Malik, with number 3 coming in for number 8, who is limping his way out. Just fell there
Number 3.
but he did come out after making a quick layup. So
Number 3, I'll be honest
well
with you.
worth it.
Oh, Tariq from the corner. Lets it fly. Ben with the rebound. A few crosses here and there. Number 13, he'll let it fly, and it's good. And at this point, this is where the three-pointers truly hurt teams at a game of this level. This man.
Now Malik,
Andre Orion with a response, no good.
I know as a professional commentator, or as a commentator, it may not be professional of you to pick a side, but if you were to pick a side to root for, is there one that you could tell me?
Sorry?
Is there a side you could tell me that you're rooting for?
For the Cossacks.
But the ones playing here.
For the Cossacks.
But they're not playing, Malik. Please explain.
I don't care. The only team I can ever root for is the Cossacks.
All right,
And
I can
number
respect
23
that.
lays it in. And, you know, Andre Orion obviously loves and is comfortable in his niche of being the ISO player, first handler of the ball. And then stuck by 23. And 23, something I love to watch around him is his interior defense. It's spectacular. He's one of the best rim protectors this tournament has witnessed. And it's Tariq with the board, and it's Ben. And it's tie game, Maxwell. A pretty high scoring first quarter already, I'd say. Decent finals qualifies for that. We've seen a lot of lead changes already so early on. Exactly what we would anticipate in a finals like this.
Yes.
And we see a sub, number 25.
For those of you watching, it's 17-17. Tied game here with 6 minutes, 40 seconds gone from the first quarter already.
Gone?
Gone.
Is that a shout out to Gonli?
Oh, it might be. I know he's watching. Shout out, Gonli.
Number 32.
Stay in there, buddy.
25. Look at those long arms. Look at that. He was looking like Groot out here. Number 18. Dribbles. Oh, Andre Orion puts it in. Puts it in without an inch of room around him.
Beautiful move there. Putting Vampires in the lead for the first time this game.
I guess since our conflict of interest is over now, we can call him my boy. And Vlad all the way from Alcatraz. Pulls that one. No good. And Andre Orion on the counter fast break. Number 10 puts it in. However, just enough contest from number 10 to make him reconsider
Good eye
going
there
at the
from
Warsaw
Andre
Warriors.
Orion. Unfortunate
And
finish.
Ben
14
drives, attempts to get a foul call there.
A fast
And it
break
seems
coming
to
here.
me, Maxwell, that the Warsaw Warriors are looking to get at the rim at any costs given. They don't care how they get there. They push the ball, whatever it takes, get inside, focus on getting the offensive board, and it seems to have been working for them so far in this tournament. As I'm sure Maxwell, since the last game, their percentage of and ratio of loss of points conceded and points scored has further outgrown the ones of the Vampires.
Yeah, you're right. That's what the numbers are saying.
Andre Orion with a deep contested three. One and a call there, doesn't get it.
That's it for the first quarters, ladies and gentlemen. It's 19-17 for the Vampires. Just a quick check. Yes, the Vampires are currently in the lead, but that is to be changed. Am I right, Malik? The lead.
Yes, indeed, Maxwell, you're correct. And this is the NBA Finals.
The CISA Finals.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, getting a bit overwhelmed here. Yeah, Maxwell, what could I tell you about the very first quarter? Both sides, exactly what you expect from a finals game. Pretty even-sided, I'd say, at this point. We've witnessed a lot of lead changes here and there. A tennis match, as you'd so like to. You're so fond of calling it. We've seen both teams playing their starters mostly. We haven't witnessed a lot of action from the bench, with an exception of I think one injury from the Bucharest Vampires.
Right, number 8 there. Just this game seems to be limping a little bit. We'll see if he's all right. If he comes back in, evidently he'll have healed or recovered. I hope that disadvantage isn't a big problem for the Vampires. They've got a bigger bench than the Warriors, so
let's hope that they manage to reclip his wing.
And number 8 is still on the bench, but we do have the key players, 15, 10, and 7 on the court. 23, as you coined, the dark horse of the Vampires team. Here we have Vlad on the ball. Passes to 14 at the perimeter. Driving in, spin. And a foul. Traveling is called here. No foul.
That's a rare one for him.
Right. And so I was talking to Coach Arif of the Romanian side, right? He was brought into the Moody booth. And, you know, he explained to me in great detail why, when they played this team earlier today, they didn't play their best players.
Oh, number 23, great dish off.
To rest them up, you know, so that they can outperform in this game and have their time to shine. But, you know, so far, it doesn't seem to be making much of a difference as it's a tie game to the, you know, for the most part.
Don't take it for granted. The Vampires can bite at any time. And once they break off, there's little signs of them stopping from the tendencies that we've witnessed throughout all our commentating phase, Maxwell. And this is probably the most viewed live stream for us yet, Maxwell. So what can you say? What made this tournament special for you?
Well, Malik, the fact that I got to know all these players personally through interviews, and I hope you did too over the stream. I hope those interviews are helpful. Just getting to know these players on a more personal level and like where they come from, how they get their talent and experience. You know, a lot of national team players here at the CISA tournament. It really spices up the plays.
Maxwell, what we are watching, what we are live streaming to our audience is purely the game itself, the basketball matches. However, we all know that this is just more than about the game. This is actually about the people inside all these basketball jerseys, adding on to that human factor, and that is why we do the best to show the emotion behind these players, just to show their motivation and to show who are these individuals in the red colors, in the white and green colors. And here we have the Warrior Clap.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to some CISA competitions myself, mind you. And I know exactly how it feels to be, you know.
They have those in Kazakhstan?
No, I've been in AIS Vienna, a CISA school.
Oh, Moody. And what's their mascot for Vienna?
The Knights.
Oh, the Knights. So you were a Knight?
Similar to the Warriors.
Noble Knight.
Once a Knight, always a Knight. And so, yeah, I know exactly how it feels to be at the finals and to be at a CISA competition in general. It's really high intensity, and it means a lot to the people in the uniforms. Every second matters, and these timeouts are really precious. Time to collect their thoughts, for the coach to share some inspiration and some motivation. What would you like to add to that from your own experience in basketball?
From my own experience, I say it can be devastating how much just a few minutes can make a change at a game like this. Seriously, one turn, one cheer, it has the impact to have this butterfly effect on the game. However, I know these two teams are very well prepared. These are the constant fighters we see in the CISA finals every time. Warsaw, Bucharest. Bucharest actually the ones winning. And when I was interviewing number 10 from Warsaw, number 10 from Warsaw, he told me that now it's our turn. Bucharest have won enough trophies over the year. It's time for Warsaw to break their curse of the second place and extinguish the fire the Bucharest Vampires have managed to set on this CISA Red Pool division. And we will, and honestly, Max, we're just witnessing greatness right now. Pull up from the deep three-point line. My boy Andre Orion kind of contradicts me on that one. Premature flattery there for him.
Yeah, the Bucharest team might be overly confident in this match here.
Do you see the body language of Andre Orion? He is visibly disappointed with his teammates. He's getting a few comments from his coaches to ease up a little bit, stop blaming his teammates. Focus on the game and on defending the Bucharest basket. And we have a floater from Men Grabovic.
And he catches the rebound. Andre Orion on the fast break,
oh,
passing to 10 under the post.
Threads the needle to number 10, and it's good. And the Vampires further extend their lead to 6 points. And now it's Ben Grabovic looking to not sure what the plan was there, as Tariq was cutting baseline. Miscommunication there by the Warriors, a rarity for them. That seldom occurs. And swing westwards. Andre Orion rise all the way from the floor and hits the corner three-pointer. And Maxwell, sometimes, can you imagine in your head just simply erasing players from the Bucharest team and leaving just Andre Orion? How would that look? Would it look natural as it seems now?
No. I couldn't agree less, actually. Andre Orion, I think he leads the team really, and he leads the plays, And yes, he may be the MVP in terms of points scored, but he is the one who
I agree with you,
calls
Max.
the plays, and
I agree with you,
he
Max.
gets passes made.
Yeah, that's why you really can't erase him. You need to see other players.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think if you'd have this, you know how they have those warm exposure maps, which the
Oh,
most
yeah,
effective
right.
points,
Gets
it
like
would be
red,
under, he'd be
and
this
the rest is
yellow
blue.
burning sun star.
No, that's true. That's
Jupiter
true.
on there, for in terms of effectivity, passes made plenty. Oh, I guess he's not injured after all, Maxwell.
Yeah, number 8 making a great comeback here.
And wow, Warsaw Warriors. Warsaw, wow. And coach times an immediate timeout.
A bit of a blunder there from the Warriors, making a bit of a mistake at their own
flaky
basket
play,
there.
flaky
Some,
play there. I agree.
miscommunication, I guess, and the coach says, "Hey,
That's
get in here. Let me."
and Maxwell, that's
talk
the
to
right
you."
thing to do at this stage. You immediately call a timeout when you see your teammate, who is usually composed, coherent, and collected, throughout such a obvious and blatant mistake like that one we have just seen. Simply, the guys ran off to the other side, eager to score a baskets, and to cut down the Vampires on a 9-point lead, and just left Tariq all alone there to inbound the ball. And they're gonna regroup right now, refresh, and collect. We've seen them do that before. The game we commented on, where the Warsaw Warriors started off shakingly, were trailing the other team. However, after the timeout, it all changed, and Warsaw became Warsaw. It was actually during the last game they faced off the Bucharest Vampires.
Yeah, that's what happened. All right, so here we see a few substitutions made, with 32 coming in and 14 coming off for Warsaw. As for the Vampires, they're keeping number 23, 7, Andre Orion, and 10, and 8. It's the starting 5 here. Their strongest team. They're saying what has been working will keep working, so let's just keep with it. 23
with a foot on the line.
3-point shot. Is it 3 or 2?
It should be a 2-pointer, and it is.
And the score rises to 30-17 for the Vampires.
Swing west.
Hesitation there. Number 5 at the 3-point line.
Corner.
15 takes the
left
shot.
Open. Takes a shot
5
from his shooting
to
pocket.
recover.
Floater by Tariq. It's good. Number 5 really stepping up this game. He's managed to drain already 2 shots so far. One of them through the 3-point line. Really impressed with him showing up when it matters most. Number 23. Oh, almost travels there. Same corner, same spot for him, but not the same result. Andre Orion looking to drive in. Oh, and stumbles with his teammate there. Terrible.
7. Almost at the post.
Terrible communication there, and
Couldn't
the
reach the
Warsaw
destination.
Warriors maintain the possession there, and they're looking to push the ball. 13. Which side will the ball land?
4 minutes left, and the Warriors
Eastwards pick up top by number
beginning to
32,
feel the
drives in,
pressure.
pulls up from the free throw line, and it's Andre Orion on the other way, looking to cross. Searches, calm and connected. Look at that composed dribbling. Has the ball on a string there. Number 23 with a putback. The Warriors fell asleep there for some time. He says he's a unpleasant alarm clock for them there. Number 13.
And the score is at 30-19 for the Vampires. 13-point lead.
13.
Warriors certainly feeling the
make it,
pressure
no.
here with 3
25.
minutes and 15 seconds left in the second quarter, the first half of the game. Number 5 to 32.
Jumper, no good. No rebound.
8
and
passes to number 30, 10.
He'll wait for Andre Orion, the primary ball handler, of course.
Good
There's
call.
no other way
Good
I'd
call,
see that
Mullet.
sequence happening. I
Few
can probably
checks there.
commentate with my eyes closed. Max won this one. Try me, though. Andre Orion gets the rebound. Andre Orion dribbles it out. Andre Orion is looking, dribbling, executes, takes a shot, no good. Is that right?
That's pretty much exactly what happened.
Wow.
Andre Orn did take the rebound and the shot.
I've been doing this long enough, or the Vampires are just too predictable with their offensive play style. But again, what are you gonna do against an all-star caliber like Andre Orion? the biggest buzzing sensation on this CISA tournament. Andres asked to slow it down. Will he trust the coach? Yes, he does, seemingly so. Just to the post, number 7. Theo finds 23 inside, sneaks away. The black sheep found in the midst of the herd. And 13 drives in, hard take, it's good. Beautiful take by number 13.
Now,
Truly, you can see his veteranship in this game.
Bucharest should really be forming a triangle with 15, 23, and 7.
Floater, no good.
2 postmen.
Rebound goes to number 8, corner 3. Good patience from Andre. Number 10, who's on? Corner 3 by Andre, still in the same place, no good.
Warsaw
well, they saved the
nearly
ball,
got
no
the
good, out of
rebound.
bounds. And there's the Vampires. And what's the call?
Timeout is being called.
Timeout called, and Maxwell, 11-point lead, a double-digit lead here, late in the second quarter. As we are approaching halftime, what do you think Warriors are doing wrong or not enough of?
Well, I think at this point it's not really what they're doing wrong. They're just seeing a new light of the Bucharest team, which they had never exposed before. Earlier today, the first game of today. No, I don't think there's any point in trying to stop the Vampires. I mean, the Vampires got this. They do. With Andre Orion, it's just hard to compete. You know, they just have to use their advantages, especially number 13 and 14, the brothers, the drivers.
Ladies and gentlemen, so far, the Bucharest Vampires have been sucking the blood out of the Warsaw Warriors. However, if anyone can slay the bat, it is the Warriors.
By the end of this match, yeah, so there are 2 fouls for the Vampires and none for the Warriors.
And here's a shot of the Warsaw bench. Warsaw
Wow.
bench here. You're seeing approach.
And I was saying, Malik, yeah, the Warsaw Warriors, I don't know about you there, but their jerseys are looking a little whiter, a little more pale, like the red has been sucked out of them.
Oh, impaled, one might say.
Though they have Vlad the Impaler on their side, number 10. We'll just have to see.
Inbound play. Once again. Oh, I've seen that somewhere where the guys line up on the free throw line for an inbound play.
Oh, yeah, that's the Cossacks.
The Blazers, right? The Blazers, there was the one who won.
Well, a lot of teams use that, I
yeah,
guess.
seems like a common trend there. Number 10 finds number 25. Good hands by number 25. Ben with a tough contested three-point shot.
All right, it's in. And the Warriors bring their score to 24. Vampires at 32.
He must have put out X-ray vision there because he had no regard for the hand right in his face. And Andre Orion finds number 23 inside. Good take by number 23. However, number 5, oh, not enough. Just simply not enough physicality there down low. And it's number 10, Vlad, running the ball. Runs the point, controls the floor, looking for an opening. Look at the length of the wingspan of number 25. He's able to capture the ball anywhere if you pass it to him 3 yards away. His slender man arms will snatch it right back up and put it in full control. And as I've heard from number 10, Vlad, he said he's one of the most quietest guys on the team. Something you don't expect by looking at him. And he's known at the team as the silent killer, the son of the coach, and a great player. Also with his brother in middle school, soon coming to play for varsity. It's going to be a very scary duo. And so he's that Kawhi Leonard caliber player there, very humble.
If I had to give you a number, how many bats could hang under his arms? I'd put it around 10. He could block a fair number of Vampires.
He'd be King Dracula, baby.
Yeah.
Playing.
And inbound ball here for the Warsaw Warriors.
And Maxwell, 8 seconds left on the clock.
Will the score change here? Will the Warriors get a bit of a favor,
They
a
should need
close
to
in?
get a quick shot out.
They go
Number
for the three-point
10.
shot.
Ooh, close one.
And the buzzer will go soon. Number 8 with the last-minute shot, but it's no good. And the score is 34-24 for the Vampires' favor, a 10-point lead as it stands at halftime. I'd say the Vampires are in a comfortable position, wouldn't you?
Sorry?
Wouldn't you say the Vampires are in a comfortable position?
They are indeed. However, I don't think they should grow too fat and lazy with it because it's the minimum double digits possession they can have possibly. And I think the Warsaw Warriors, if anything, are known for their resilience. And just because we haven't seen them be trailing in these games doesn't mean they're not the team who knows how to come back. I think they definitely have that clutch factor in their system. Very organized team, and they all will try to do it through their coaching, through their system. They trust the system a lot. When I talk to Vlad, he says, I trust the coach. I was asking about how are they going to manage to maintain Andre Orion, and what's there going to be defensive strategy. Are they going to put 3 guys on him, or their one best lockup defender? And he says, I don't know yet. I'm just going to trust the coach, and that's the common sentiment there in the locker room. And as we see currently the huddle there, the Warriors are talking it over. Are we not going to have halftime?
Yeah, it's halftime. Yeah. Wow.
I guess.
I can't believe 2 quarters already up, and it seems to be a pretty fast-paced match here. The team's looking to break 40 or 50 by the end of the game. We'll see. This game, if the Warriors can pick it up again, may go into overtime, like the Kozak and JV Budapest game today.
Yeah, that will be definitely a sight to see. I mean, we'll be getting home to our wives a bit later this evening, but it will be worth it, right, Maxwell?
Yeah, that's right, Malik.
And for anyone viewing, okay, and for the Bucharest Vampires, since we didn't talk too much about them, do you think what's going on inside of Andre Orion's head right now?
Well, I think, like we were seeing on the field, he may be a bit upset with some of his players' moves, but I think in the last few minutes he should be a bit more satisfied, as number 8 was making some shots there and 23 at the post. He should be happy with his teammates, and especially after this halftime break, I think he'll be calm and collected once more, and they can enter the game just like 0-0 and take that strong lead.
And this is his last CISA.
So next
very
level.
Important to one here. And what I've also heard about him is that he had a gruesome injury in 8th grade, a knee injury that he's still recovering from a long time, and it would mean the world for him to close out his CISA career somewhere where this whole passion ignited and started. Obviously his professional clubs, but where does he spend most of his time? With his school, around his teammates, and bring this home, the trophy, for his community, for his people, to his land, delivering on the promise, much like King James did in 2016 season. This is something I see would be a beautiful narrative for Andre Orion and the Bucharest Vampires.
You're gonna make me cry, Malik.
I'm already crying.
Yeah, this is definitely a big moment, and
Do I look like a vampire myself with those red, soggy eyes?
no, not at all. Is Vlad a senior as well?
Yes.
So you have sort of one each
Yeah.
on this court.
Number 13, 2.
So 13 is actually older than 14. That's interesting.
13, yeah.
Because 14 is a
Benji's
bit bigger.
And here we have, ladies and gentlemen, welcome you back live at the final of the high school boys tournament here in Kiev, the red division. And the score is currently 34-24 in the favor of the Vampires. They're up against the resilient Warsaw Warriors. Oh, deep shot by Andre Orion. No good, 25.
We just saw 3 similar attempts by the Vampires for a fake shot and pass back to the perimeter to Andre Orion.
We have a traveling call, Max. And the Warsaw Warriors, that's never a good sign. Mistakes happen, also the human factor. You account for the nerves and everything, but it's very easy if you're the opposite side to take advantage of those little mistakes. And will he? Nope. They battle for the Rebound, and somehow, some
Orion
way,
drives.
the Vampires come up with it.
Tries to pass.
And it's Vlad
Overhead.
running the fast break. Will he take it all the way? Andre Orion attempts to block it. Oh,
And
beautiful
one.
putback.
13 finishes it.
Oh, mama. Vivacious play there.
And he'll have one shot here to bring the score up even more. As it stands, it's 34-26 for the Vampires. Can 13 change that?
Oop,
Not
nope.
today, says number 23.
However, he erases the double-digit deficit. Number 23, pick up top. Vlad
Orion
fights
overhead
right through
pass
that
to
screen.
8 to 23. Drives in, handoff to 8.
Number 8 drives,
Ooh,
rejected by
25
25.
rejects him.
I think I saw all the ball fly away all the way to Bucharest.
To Alakazam.
Alakazam. Thinking about Alakazam, number 10? Nope.
And inbound ball for Vampires.
Number 8 with the ball.
Coach
dribbling
calls
it
a
up
switch
off-
here. Suddenly, number 8 seems to be the point guard.
Yeah. Interesting. That is because Andre Orion has been sneakily running the baseline, looking to be open.
Relocating himself in the corner for
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
sneaky 3 points.
Where is the mouse in the house? The Warriors say. Well, what can I tell you? Smart idea, because we've seen Andre have no difficulty draining the 3-point from the corner, and he's
Yeah.
comfortable there. Just a good position for him. And honestly, Maxwell, you know that the 3-point in the corner is actually the shortest distance. From
Is that
anywhere
so?
On the 3-point line, yes, indeed. So one might argue the easiest shot there is that is worth most. And just there it is. To sum it up, corner threes.
And that was number 14 from Warriors, making the score
Look at that.
34-29 for the Vampires, a small 5-point lead.
Andre Orion waiting
back
for
in
screen
his
up top.
natural
This is to
position.
number 10. Number 10, Euro steps, gets fouled there. Gets
Pretty-
held up pretty tight.
Obvious foul there from
Yeah,
number
yeah, yeah.
32, but he had no choice.
What can I say?
And 2
look-
shots will be awarded to the Warriors.
Looking at the way the Warriors are playing, I don't think it's going to be enough of
Vampires.
just Andre. I think his teammates are going to have to prove themselves too tonight here. And it starts from number 10's free throws. Nope. And the crowd sure likes that. We have a lot of Warrior fans actually downstairs. Actually, sorry, not a lot. It just sounds like a lot. There's actually a few traveling fans with their pom-poms on, their gear ready to cheer on the Warriors.
And number
After
10 makes
all-
his second shot.
After all, Warsaw is just a 2-hour plane ride from Kiev.
It feels almost like home.
Yep. And for some it is. For number 10, it's home. He's originally from Kiev.
From the Vampires, you mean?
No, the Warsaw number
Oh,
10,
all
originally
right,
from
all
Kiev.
I see.
So one might say, on тут как дома.
Did Vlad ever attend KIS?
He's always been in Warsaw. However, his family resides in here in Kiev.
I see.
Second free throw. Will he go 2 for 2? Yep. And that double-digit deficit erased to just 4 points. And Andre Orion looking for a response to number 8. Three-pointer is fake. Number 8 looking for an opening. Will they pass it to the post? Andre Orion high up top, number 7. Theo to the corner. Oh, jump by number 13. Rejected by number 32.
And 14
Beautiful.
here from Warsaw coming back. Passes him to his brother at the perimeter.
Impressive
going into the
rejection there.
box. 32 under the
The
post.
two big men,
Couldn't capture it.
the two big men exchanging passes there, sharing the ball, proves unworthy of the ball possession, and it's turned over to the Vampires. My boy Andre Orion watching the floor to number 8.
Let me
Well-
call it. Orion will find the ball's way to number 7, going
Yep.
towards the post.
Yet.
But 25.
Running the floor, he can
Intercepts
do
it.
that all the way. Will take it, kisses it off the
Makes
glass.
the bank shot.
And the Warriors slowly but steadily creeping in the Bucharest Vampires.
Creeping into Count Dracula's castle in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's 35-33 for the Vampires.
Will they strip off his cape and tie the game?
Will Vlad the Impaler impale Andre Orion in the heart with a stake?
Oh,
a timeout is called here. The Warriors are going rowdy because traveling was called against Vampires.
Look at what's going on right now. Looking what's going on. And it's quickly quieted down because after all, this is the finals and they have to talk it over with the coach. But so far, it's just a 2-point game, ladies and gentlemen. And that comfortable lead you have mentioned.
It's closed in.
It's non-existent.
It is caved in, you could say. Caved in on the bats.
Well done. And yep, yes, sir. And the Warsaw Warriors, superb defense, great pressure causing that last turnover by the Vampires, and now a little swap of roles here. It is the Bucharest Vampires making the silly mistakes now, a travel call for them. And if I'm the Warsaw Warriors, I'm continuing in the same fashion with the same intensity. And it seems like these guys are really hungry, these guys really want it. So
the Warriors, want to break their curse.
I don't know, this game, Maxwell, I'm giving the Warriors the benefit of the doubt.
Whereas I'm rooting for my boy Andre Orion, and you know it, you know it.
You cheated, you fooled me on that one. I didn't know he was up for grabs. Well,
now
hey,
he's not.
Maxwell, team sport, remember team sport.
Yeah. 13-10.
The Warriors inbound the ball. It's Vlad. Good try. And Ben runs baseline, however it's spread east to Vlad, east-west. Ben drives, seemed like a travel there as he jump stopped.
Orion on the rebound.
However, ball never lies, so he doesn't miss
behind
it.
The back
behind
and
the
over
back,
the head, and he makes that layup look like getting out of bed.
That easy. But does he make his cheats? Will he stay the same on defense?
Let's see if he can clean up the score and break 40.
He's a solid defender, right?
Of course.
He's a two-way player.
He's all around.
However, obviously more known for his flashy offense than anything.
Now, you know what we've yet to see in this game is a dunk from Andre Orion.
Oh, imagine dunking in the CISA finals, man. This is when you become a man. They say it's plant a tree, raise a son, and what is the third one? And the third one is to dunk in the CISA high school boys basketball. And we have Andre Orion inbound.
Coach calls the play.
And number 23 is fouled on the drive. And
bit of hesitation here as the ball's readied. Andre Orion to 7. Theo back to the corner shot.
Receives the screen in the corner. Step back for the three. Swish.
And he sinks it.
Wow.
I bet Andre Orion practices threes from every angle all day because he can make it from the corner.
7-point difference now. The Vampires, or should I say Andre Orion, has managed to come up with a decent response. Oh, look at that grind. Number 14 simply gets paid there for the effort. Wow. What can you say about number 14's energy? This guy just doesn't give up on the offensive
Andre
board.
Orion calling a bit of a timeout in the middle of the shot here.
It's the Vampires.
Now that's actually pretty smart because he knows that the Warsaw player has 2 shots, and so he has a few seconds to talk to his players.
Well,
I haven't seen that.
Andre Orion ain't no rookie. He knows what he's doing in this game. He seems to be at total peace in his mental state. Apart from the game for the Cossacks, I think
Eight nearly had the ball stolen there.
The battle. Oh, corner 3. That's his sweet spot. Kaboom, no. Number 7 grabs the rebound over number 10. And number 25 does not let the Vampires forget about him. He's been like, hey, I got a tall, lanky dude here. Hello. Ben, show of hands. 2 guys in the post trying to act as decoys for Vlad to allow the beautiful, beautiful floater there.
A big arch and a lucky shot there for the Warriors, bringing the score to 40-36 for the Vampires.
Yeah, very artsy take there. Andre Orion. His teammates number 8, good 3-point shooter. However, not this time. Anis Vlad on the ball. Swings west and up and under take. However,
And dish
it
on
is a
32.
pass. Beautiful
Almost
combination.
finishes that off. 14 for the second
Jumper.
attempt.
Oh, no good. Short on that one. That must have felt not nice. 36 to 40.
Andre Orion with the simple drive and one.
Charge. And a charge. Mr.
No foul, but he does get the layup.
Ben, usually the bully himself, take a charge. Opposite rows here.
Some quick advice from
Sacrifices
the coach.
his body for the sake of defense. Takes the hit. The fallen Warrior gets right back up, and now it's the Warriors with an offensive clearance here. Andre Orion grabs the defensive board. There's a leak to number 8.
Fast
and
break,
we'll see-
number 8. With the finger roll.
No good.
No good.
No good that time. Did not use his left hand, Maxwell. Did you notice that? Probably the
did.
reason he missed it. 13
And notice the Vampires are maxed out on fouls for this quarter.
Oh, good
So
catch, Maxwell.
They need to be a bit more
yeah, very scrupulous.
reserved
into
in
how-
their defensive tactics now.
And
Andre
it's
Orion
Andre
advancing
Orion
fast.
going the other
Up to
way.
his brother 8.
And
3.
Looked like a travel there to me. A few baby steps, however. Ball never lies, and there's no score on that one. Corner shot. Ben drives baseline hard. Take on that to his brother, from brother to another. Oh, once again, brotherly love shown here. Oh,
Some
reject.
superb
23,
blocking from 23
that
and
interior
7.
defense we were talking about. Ben drives. However, it's a shot clock violation. Good defense there by the Vampires.
Quick sub here.
And we are
With number 10
39
coming in.
seconds away from the end of the third quarter. The fourth quarter is slowly creeping in on us, Max, and it's still anybody's game with 4 points in favor of the Bucharest Vampires. And it's number 10. Swings west to Andre Orion. Euro step. plays it through,
Orion.
Extends the
Making
lead
some
to 6 points.
Careful steps there over the Warriors.
Yeah. And it's number 10. Dish to the left corner. Pass inside. And
16 seconds left in the third quarter. Vampires with the 6-point lead at 42. Warriors 36. Number 25 at the free throw line. Let's see if he can convert and close
he's a
in
good
that
shooter,
gap.
I believe. Yep.
First
Oh,
one
no
nearly
good.
closed in. Unlucky.
That is slightly disappointing for the Warriors. However, he'll sink the second one. And we're right back up. Where's all that clapping coming from, Maxwell? I think it's downstairs, courtside Warrior fans.
Yeah, I think the general gallery seems to prefer the
great.
Warriors,
Did
the
you see
Warsaw
that?
team.
Collapse defense on that last play. Beautiful collapse defense by the two veterans of the Warsaw Warriors squad, number 13 and number 10.
And the whistle calls time. It's 42-37. Vampires lead by 5 at the end of the third quarter. The Warriors are closing in or caving in on that gap that the Vampires established early on. We don't know. Maybe by the end of the game, it'll be all tied up in a little bat.
Maxwell, it seems like
handle.
seems like you really want an overtime here.
I do. Honestly, I do. It
That's-
puts on the pressure.
I don't think it's as much as you want the overtime for both teams as for this tournament not to end.
You caught me red-handed, Malik. This is really, the opportunity of a lifetime to be hosting this tournament for basketball. One of my personal favorite sports to watch and commentate on as of a few days ago.
Cheeky Maxwell.
No, but I love it. What about yourself, Malik?
This is the sport I live by. This is my Bible. I have followed this sport all throughout my life, ever since I was a little kid. There's nothing more. This is nothing more valuable for me than seeing the Cossacks play basketball here at their home court,
And ladies,
representing the black and white colors. And unfortunately, that's the way life goes. We have different teams in this year's finals. However, I believe we have been favorable hosts here, and I have nothing but joy commentating on these games, especially with you, Maxwell.
I wanted to add to those watching the stream, the YouTube channel you're watching on has a lot of videos that Malik made earlier this year from the KSSL tournament, so please watch those. They're all Kozak games, and they're all really great because you know who wins? The Kozaks. So they're all great games to watch. No spoilers there. It's a bit of a given.
We're back. The Warriors had a quick bucket there, which is now a three-point game, Maxwell. And it's now number 10 on the ball. Can the Warriors...
13 with the fake pass. 14 driving in. 25 under the bucket.
And
fighting over the rebound.
An interesting thing about the Warriors, they're the one team on this tournament that doesn't rely on three-pointers. It's like if the guys are open, sure, they will shoot it. However, the three-point is far from an opportunity. And I think that's the key to being successful these days.
The Warriors seem like they like to keep their players close to each other.
Yeah.
Never really tried a full-court press or just like to keep it simple, you know, keep it family-like, keep it familiar. And here we have 23 taking a couple free throws.
23 is just an exhausting player to guard. He's always there on the rebounding and
he's the rare exception to the big man that is athletic and can run across the court in no time. Here he goes.
Yeah, he has this. He seems to be like
his defensive position.
This perfect balance of bulkiness and speed that is so valuable.
You can't call him lanky. And we have number 14 here driving under the hoop, and he goes with the layup, finger roll, and makes it. A natural drive there. Number 15 gets the pick from 25, 23. Number 7 gets blocked by 25, and the Warriors go wild on the bench. And here we have 10, a fake handoff to 14. 13, whoa, gets 7 on the ground and goes for the reverse layup, but it's no good. Now we have 23 on the ground. What is happening? 14 goes down. Malik, we just saw 3 people go down on the ground. There's a bit of mind trickery involved at this.
Oh my, they must really miss the KS.
At this 18th minute of the game.
And it's Ben right now with a pass off inside. Vlad receives the screen. Number 10. Floater. It's good.
All right. Warriors tie up the game at 44.
Maxwell Moody. Pay attention to this.
I'm paying attention, my man. I promise you I am. And wow, it's a tie game. I didn't see that coming. I barely even noticed it happen. But here it is on the scoreboard, 43 all in this legendary final at the CISA tournament.
And
how did that happen?
Maxwell, so we can proceed with the game. We just, as this is we're coming closer to the ending ceremony here, we'd like to say a couple of thank yous who made this stream possible. Along with, first one will go to the KIS new athletic director, Mrs. Gary, her first rodeo here. She's done an amazing, spectacular job to host this event, receiving great feedbacks. Thank you, Ms. Gary. As well as feeding the broadcast team. Major shout out for that. Then we'd like to thank the KS Met Media, Mr. Hume initially, the man behind this whole process, the GOAT, greatest player of all time. Who honestly pushed us, organized us, and made this all possible. And then we'd like to thank the whole team itself, technical directors, Kalina, Yusuf, and we'll come back with our thank yous as we're returning for the 6th minute of the 4th quarter. It is a tie game. Maxwell, this is where it all goes down.
Just to finish off that.
Oh, beautiful spin move by Andre Orion. Puts him in a blender.
Just to finish off that list you were naming, the camera operators who haven't seen had airtime, but did a great job this entire tournament for 3 days, doing all the dirty work. Miriam, Anna, Sophia, Steph, Sasha, Margarita, Ducia, Camila, and Katie Jabor.
Thank you so much, guys. And back to the game. It is once again tie game and exchange of buckets back and forth. Andre Orion, will he find his number 8 to number 23? Ooh, seemed like
passes.
a travel there. However, Andre Orion picks it back up, goes strong. Wow. What a finish.
Beautiful layup there.
Would you look at that hang time in the air? Andre Orion, a spectacular performance today. All around. And now it's number 32.
At the post. Off to 25 for the jump shot.
Jumper. So
7
far he's been clean
grabs the
from them,
rebound.
but no good. And it's the Vampires with a very much needed possession here. Can they extend their lead? Their
Orion,
minimum lead.
Hands off and switches. Goes around the world into a corner position for a free point.
Way off on that one. What happened there, Max?
Orion handed off the position as point guard to number 8.
10.
Went off into the corner
For
all the
the
way
lead,
around
no
the world.
good.
Took
Number
the long
25.
route.
Ben attempts to attack. It is off of a Vampire's foot.
But dude, if you're gonna ask what happened, I mean, he took the shot and just hit the backboard. But they'll try it again, I'll tell you that.
Ooh, and over the back foul there. Orion displeased at that
Orion goes down for the first time.
accidental call. And the Warriors, to me, Maxwell, by the body language, are looking tired. Tired in these last minutes of the fourth quarter. However, at the same time, mindful that it's now or never. Andre Orion drives. 10, very important three-pointer. Oh, falls short. And that's what I've been talking about. Can his teammates keep up with Andre's execution? No pun intended there. However, they might be executed if they lose this one.
Uh-oh. By King Dracula.
Indeed. In the most friendly way possible. And it is number 10 inbounding. Vlad will inbound the ball.
No, but I haven't seen and I can't tell you his number because he's wearing his practice jersey here, but the lad with the long hair on the Warsaw team hasn't made his debut this match. It's been the top 5. It's been the starting 5 plus 2 benches.
He seems to be their reserve guy. Maybe perhaps coach told him beforehand that he won't be getting any minutes tonight. That's just a prediction of mine. And ladies and gentlemen, so far it is 3 minutes 30 seconds left to play. It's the the Bucharest Vampires with just 2 points in front of the Warsaw Warriors.
And it's just over halfway through the last quarter of the final match. For those of you joining right now, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You've missed a lot. But what's coming is the most important part.
Intense, ladies and gentlemen, hotter and hotter at the Svetoshina Arena. Any day now. Two great teams. Two top quality teams facing off, battling against each other.
Now, why do you think it is that all the guest teams who came are rooting for the Warriors in this final match-off?
Maybe this is a call for sportsmanship too. It seems like the Warriors.
No, but do they? It seems like they have a degree of charisma. These Warsaw Warriors.
I agree.
That the Vampires just seem to. The Vampires give off a different vibe of sort of more competitive, more ruthless, just more determined to win.
And it looked to me like number 13 was fouled on that shot, but the refs found out that the shot clock violation happened.
Andre Orion, three-point shot.
Three-pointer for money, 23. Maxwell, he
Foul.
is the X factor. Number 23. When you expect just Orion to be doing things, it's number 23 doing the dirty work down low there and keeping and distracting from the embarrassing part of Orion's air ball there and extending the
Rattles and goes in.
2 3 points. Vampires in front.
You're right, 23. They're under the bucket. Just tips it in all the time. Finishes what Andre Orion starts.
number 10 leading the pack. Their floor general to number 13. Ben in the corner, back to his brother. He'll shoot a three-pointer. Ooh, too strong on that one. Oh, 14 with great moves in the post. However, he's not rewarded.
Warrior rebound.
And what is the call there, Maxwell? What is the call, Max?
A foul here.
Foul on the floor.
But there was no shot in action, so sideline. And
Yes,
32
indeed.
nearly loses the ball there.
Number
The
10,
handle.
will he put it up or?
10 goes around the world.
Oh, unfortunate play there.
Makes
The-
a risky pass there, and 14 knocks it out.
The Warriors, the two Warriors too close to each other.
Now, I don't know about that call.
Oh, deep three-pointer.
Malik.
No good. And as the Warriors hit the deck, it is the Vampires. However, no, Warriors able to get back there in time very impressively. They cannot allow.
Orion's definitely stalling at this point a little bit. 7 with the jump shot.
That's with jump shot. Airballs it. Wow, unimpressed with that shot. Number 14 will dribble it up to number 10.
You guys have to come downstairs. Take the interview from the team that wins.
All right. And we have a quick substitution here. 25 in for number 15 on the Warsaw team. They really need their top players right now to get those
Maxwell,
posts.
we are 1 minute 57 seconds away from knowing who the winner of the High School Boys Basketball 2019 CISA tournament is, unless of course it goes to overtime. How does it feel, Max, that it's just basically 1 minute away from end?
Man, honestly, I just hope you're wrong, and I hope it does go into overtime
Yeah.
because I want to see that.
Me too.
It's
me
a much
too.
different game. Those 4 minutes of overtime.
It's
a much
surreal
different
right now. Screen up top from Andre Orion. He'll shoot a three-pointer.
Oh,
Swishes it. Wow.
beautiful three.
And there was a bit confusion about there whether his foot was on the line. I think a tip of his foot was there, but the referee awards him a three-pointer, and he's more than okay with that. And Andre Orion, the Warriors turn it over
now
down
they're
low.
definitely bouncing out.
Maxwell,
the
are
time.
they tired? Are they tired? Oh, Andre Orion, spin move, screen, same play. Finds 23 inside.
Oh.
Reverse layup is good. Would you look at that? Andre Orion, the magician with the ball. Wow, with 50 seconds on the
seconds
clock,
left.
Maxwell, 8-point lead, the biggest so far. And it's number 7 with the ball. And it looks like Andre Orion is finishing his business here. And he's fouled. Clear pathway. It's supposed to
Three
be.
shots here for Andre Orion.
Yes, that's what happens when there's a clear pathway foul.
Now this is it.
This
I don't
This
know
seems to be
anymore
it,
for the
Maxwell.
Warriors.
And your boy looks to be victorious. And number 3, Andre Orion with the ball. Intentionally fouling to stop the clock from running out. With just 30 seconds on the clock. It'll seem like Andre Orion will be shooting free throws. Oof, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna leave you on this point to go grab some interviews. Please
Bye,
finish.
Max. It's been a
finish off.
pleasure.
I know you'll do well, Malik.
Thank you.
See you.
Also, a thank you to Coach Semyuk and Coach Stubbs and the whole high school, I suppose. And they roll the ball. Warsaw Warriors roll the ball in order to stop the stock clock from going. And a take by number 13 there. Clutch, no, is in. Number 23 with the rebound. 30 seconds to play. Another foul. Andre Orion is fouled. Currently, it is a 9-point lead for the Bucharest Vampires. And it seems like in 28 seconds, the booming sound of Dragoste will be looming over the Svetoshin Arena. And first shot is no good from Andre Orion. However, not much to worry about there. Second shot, no good either. Warsaw Warriors caught themselves a break there. Number 10, the deep three-pointer, no good. 32, just to put up a shot there. Goes inside. No foul called by number 13. Andre Orin is just tackled, harassed there. And attempted to duck unsportsmanship-like after the foul is called. Terrible play there from my side. This is not how we play or why we play. This should not have been done at this stage at the high school boys basketball finals, where there are two great teams competing against each other with their fans in the stands, with the hosts. Shows a level of immaturity, lack of respect. If you want to dunk, you do it in-game. Nobody stops you from that. And Andre makes both of his free throws. And it looks like the Bucharest Vampires will take this one. And it's no shot, and Vlad off of this one. And we already can feel the excitement, and the Bucharest Vampires celebrating this one. They'll dribble it out. The Warsaw Warriors visibly disturbed. Ladies and gentlemen, at that, I conclude this 2019 high school boys basketball tournament full of emotions. We can see the Bucharest Vampires huddle. And right now, as the song Dragoste, the traditional Romanian songs, will be looming over the Svetoshina Arena. And a quick announcement here, congratulations to the middle school girls for the Cossacks who have won first place here. And obviously congratulations to any of our viewers watching from Bucharest. We congratulate you on a great tournament, a great show by your boys. And here we have it, Dragoste, and the Romanian boys are happy today. They've been a great show. What a thing to spectate. Beautiful. And as much as it hurts for a Cossack to be hosting this tournament, to not be in the finals, as a basketball fan, I can say that it has been nothing but a pleasure to spectate and comment on. And we're moving it to Maxwell Moody, who will be taking interviews with the Warsaw Warriors, my boy Ben.
Okay, sure. Hey. Is it going? All right. Hello, what's your name?
My name's Ben. Nice to meet you.
All right, Ben, I'm Max. You did some really nice clutching there. Unfortunately, couldn't make it in the final, but I heard that a lot of your team was missing due to visa problems. Is that right?
Yeah, we have one guy in particular, our main man, Sid Ramchamdani. Fortunately, he couldn't come because we didn't know that he had to get a visa. Of course, he'd be a big motivator here. A good asset to the team, but unfortunately we didn't have him. We used what we had. Bucharest is a great team, but we couldn't pull out the dub.
So, well, how does it feel to, are you accepting that Warsaw truly does have a second place curse?
I'm not gonna accept it. I think we came really close this year. Unfortunate towards the end of the game, but we're coming back next year as well.
Oh, so are you a junior?
I am a junior.
All right,
yeah.
so you'll be back next year.
I'll be back, yeah. Hoping to get that first place, you know. But it's like getting second place, it sucks, but it's also a motivator, you know? Yeah. So next year is where it's at.
So you'll keep practicing. Well, best of luck for next year. I wish you the best of luck. and I'll be watching, of course, next year. Yeah, so hope to see you then.
Thanks again. Great commentating, you guys.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks to everyone. Shout out home team.
Switch your shot. Here we go. Go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with me I have Alex, a familiar face, a broadcaster himself from Romania and a basketball player, so a man of a double life, I guess. And you really were the clutch factor, I believe, in this last game, doing all the dirty work under the post. So, well, what was different between the first game you played today and the last game, and how is it that your team won?
I mean, first of all, I want to say thank you to every single one of my players on this team. This only happens when we all come together, and the coaching staff. It's been a rough road for us. I think in the first game, it was kind of a weird situation. We knew we'd face Warsaw again, and in a way, we don't want to show all our cards, and we also want to let our younger guys play. Like, we have 6 seniors on this team, and we play heavy minutes, but we want to make sure everybody contributes to this team, and every single person is equally as important. So the first game was about letting them get their chance to shine. And this game, we there's nothing is like a championship game. You just come together as a team and you 100% focus. I think that's what made us win today. But props to Warsaw. They put up a fantastic fight, just like they did every other year we played them.
Now, a bit controversially, everyone else in the stands was it seemed that they were rooting for Warsaw from all the other teams. So do you think that your team has a chance for the sportsmanship? There seems to be a bit of like a charisma challenge between the two teams.
I mean, we as a team, we try, every single one of us, I know, we always try to show as much sportsmanship to everyone. And I know, as a fact, nobody in here has any sort of disrespect. And I mean, in terms of the gym cheering for whatever team, we just hear the noise and we use it to our advantage. It doesn't matter who they're cheering for. We're so in the zone that even when we played against your home team, it was a fantastic game. The atmosphere, even though the gym is against us, it's amazing for us. It's amazing to play in a situation like this.
Well, thank you for coming to this tournament and playing and winning.
Thank you very much for hosting.
We'll see you again. Thank you so much.
In second